A very imminent question, I think, wanting to ask. In your mind, what's the Australian spirit? What is very colloquial and what's very reminiscent of what Australia is when you came back and what you felt
Yep.
and when you were distant from your motherland
Yes.
and what the attraction back beyond other reasons. But what's the Australian spirit?
I think the Australian spirit remains as to what's in the myth of the Australian spirit as well, in terms of mateship and comradeship and looking after each other and giving people a fair go. I think those things still exist. But it's like when you meet somebody, in fact, I've said to my two daughters that what we've got to realise that there are more good people in the world than not, but many of them have to be encouraged to be a little bit better than what they are, including you and me, you know, talking to them. And so I think that sits a little bit below the surface now, but it can be brought up again. And what's been fascinating in recent years is the rise in numbers at the Anzac Day service. We've just had that recently. And at South Perth, for example, where I've been going for the last 10 years, the numbers doubled this year from last year. And it's great because you have young students from places like Penrose and Aquinas and Fountain College and Aquinas who take turns to speak. 2 schools each year. And as always, there is an Australian sort of perspective, and then the people from Fountain College, which is from a Turkish perspective. And that is accepted absolutely readily by I was going to say congregation. It's not a congregation, but it is slightly a religious service, but it's the group.
Yeah, powerful.